Welcome back to Popnicute Live. I'm Kharisma Summers, the dream visualist of Popnicute jewelry, and today I'm going to show you how to make my signature ruffles. I started making these ruffles since 2013. Hi Carlene, welcome back. And since I haven't seen anyone else doing it, so I'm going to attach my name to it. So I'm calling it Kharisma Ruffles. I can be a little vain sometimes, right? And that's perfectly fine, I think. So you can do a lot of things with it. Like this is a bracelet cuff that I made. So it's kind of has a unique look to it. It's made of copper, but it looks like fabric, so it's pretty cool. Light is bright. And here's another thing that I made in 2013, but sadly it's broken because it fell off from my display when a strong gust of wind kind of throw my displays down to the concrete. So this is the casualty. Oh well, maybe it's for the best. Who knows? It's beyond repair, so I'm not going to repair it. It has a big stone in the middle. So it had a stone like so, and this was supposed to be attached to this, and I riveted this. This was before I knew soldering very well, so I had some difficulties in attaching the ruffles with solder, so I riveted it to the back plate. So you've seen it in my necklace too. So this is the necklace that I made in Christmas. This is an angel. This is the back of it if you're curious. The wings are mother of pearls, and it can go up and down. Probably need to replace, find a better way to attach the wings, because I don't like how it's too easily going up and down. I can see that someday it's going to break. But I'm not selling this, so I'm not too concerned about it right now. See, I'm going to move my light a little bit because it seems like it's too far from me. I think it's a little better. I probably want to get some better lighting so you can see my stuff better. Hi everyone, hi Paulette, hi Amber, hi Namir. Welcome back, y'all my cuties. And I said y'all because I actually like that word. I think that's the only mashed up word that's like made sense, like y'all, you know, aside from Popnicute, of course. If you don't know Popnicute, it is a mashed up word of popular, unique, and cute. So there you go. So that's the mashed up word that I like. It's besides Popnicute, it's y'all. I know I've said something stupid in some forums before Facebook was a thing, and I was still in Indonesia, and I said y'all in my comment, and someone said, you must be American because you said y'all, you couldn't be from someplace else. I thought that was like a okay. Whatever, I guess. So, okay, now you need the stuff that you need to make these ruffles is 30 gauge copper sheet, and you can embellish it with some paper scissors. Like this is the design scissors, you know, where the jaw has some kind of design to it, like scallops and whatnot. This can cut up to 26 gauge, but you have to like just kind of like 1 or 2 steps at a time. So you can't just cut it like straight ahead because this is plastic and you know it's not very strong. And all you need is just simple round nose pliers and steel block and some nylon hammer and maybe some steel ruler. So that's it. That's totally it. That's all you need. Oh, and you need a torch. Sorry, I lied, I guess. A torch is because it gets work hardened even though it's only 30 gauge. So this is that I have pre-cut. It's only just about the width of a steel block. Steel ruler, I mean. And okay, let's see. You can, it depends on what you make. If you're making something like my cuff here, you can see like the ends are tapered. So you want to cut it before you shape it. So if you want to make something tapered, you need to taper the sheet first and then you ruffle it. The same with this thing. You can see I added stamped details on it, and I also scalloped the metal. All of these need to be done before you shape it because it's virtually impossible to do it after. Catwoman say, y'all is NC saying where I live. NC is North Carolina, right? And L say, hello, my family is from Mexico and they give me a hard time about my word usage also. Well, I guess I'm not alone in this. You know, people say things online. weird things. So let's see, if you just want a straight edge, then you just do this straight from cut, but I will sand it first before I shape it. But I'm gonna show you how to cut things with this paper cutter. Just want to make sure that I hit just about the edge, so I'm not wasting too much metal. So you will see that I will need to, when you cut this, you don't need to anneal it. See, it's already not wanting to go any more than that. So you don't need to anneal it, you just cut it, because I think annealing is a bad idea if you want to cut things. It gets too soft and you won't get much of anything. Okay, I'm going to match the design so it's like continuous. Try again. Sometimes you can press through it. See, that's how far I go with 2 times of scissoring. Match the thing again. Trying to. Move back near the end. That's where the most leverage you get. Come on. Okay, I wish I could find one with a like steel handle. Sometimes I hold it on the outside, press it from the outside, so it has more like force. That's a word I'm looking for. Okay, so a few more. Can see from my face probably that I'm trying really hard to get it done. Yay, last one. Last one. Ta-da! Well, it's not completely straight right now. So this part is a little lower than this part. You can straighten it out at the bottom if need to, but I'm just gonna work on it as is now. I'm going to flatten because it's the edge right here, because it's kind of pushed, so it's not super flat. So I want to flatten it out first before I work on it. Okay. I'm just stuff on. I'm just gonna do like some light tap on here. I don't need it to be super flush. And I'm going to sand it. If you've been following me, you're gonna be like super familiar with my method right now. I like everything to be smooth before I work on it. There are some places here that I would probably file it if this was going to be my real the real piece that I'm working on. But that's good enough, and I am going to file a little bit on that. Make the curve softer. Yeah, this definitely needs some, just a little bit of filing, preferably with the round file, not this. I think this called, I don't remember. Is it the bastard file or the barrette file? I don't remember the real name. Okay. So let's do the real action here. So here's what you want to do. So you just kind of like, I like to turn the edge down so it's gonna be hidden, right? And then I will just hope you can see it just alright. Yeah, I think that's fine. And then I'm just gonna do quick, so like a half turn, you know. And then I can also do that. So basically you just want to turn it so you get the ruffles here. And you can do just a little bit on the top, like so, to get, you know, kind of a puffy looking ruffle here instead of just a flat wave. So sometimes I like to pinch it closer. So I'm gonna do another of the puffy ruffle. Just bring it closer like that. Then going to do just a normal ruffle. So you basically just twist your ruffle just about the half, just half part of the width of this sheet. That's super simple, right? It's not hard at all. So I'm going to tuck this end as well. And then you fix whatever you've made before. So there you have it. Super simple. It's very easy, but it has a lot of textures and it looks just like fabric. Let's see. Maybe this helps with the... Was I off camera? Did you see it? I thought I was on the camera. We can repeat this process with another piece. So this is just the 30 gauge. I'm gonna cut it with my shears. I'm just gonna measure it. Everything is falling today. Okay, let me cut this. Go up a little. Okay, let's try again. Try two. So I just want to flatten the edge a little. Where's my sandpaper? Did it fall? Well, anyway, you sand it. I cannot find my sandpaper, but like I said before, you sand it before you shape it. So let's just go straight to shaping because I lost my sandpaper. I like to round the edge. The corners, I like to round the corners. Okay, so let's try again. So I just want to tuck the edge in. It's just so, you know, it's not pokey. So, and then you just kind of twist your plier like so, and then like gather it like that. So I like to put the bottom, you can see like the bottom up like this. If one want to make the half ruffle, like so. It's just make it easier, I think. And then when I want to make a full ruffle, I just like fold the metal out up and then pull it down. Just continue doing the same thing until you're done with the sheet. So there you have it, the Kharisma Ruffles. Super simple, right? It's not hard. Do you think you can try this at home? So now we want to tuck in this end. It's totally unplanned, but just happens to be the same on both sides. So I think that's kind of cool. And this one I made it to be all the same, so one half ruffle and then full ruffle, one half ruffle and then full ruffle. So there you have it. So after this you want to anneal it so you can push this part, kind of like crimp it, because it's kind of hard for now. You want the metal to be more pliable than now, that it is now work hardened. Yeah, let's see if I can bring my I can torch on camera. Hopefully I don't burn my lens here, because that would be expensive to replace. this is my easy torch. It's a little noisy, but you can see when the orange flame is forming, that means your copper is annealed. Okay, now I'm going to quench this in water. Dry it off with some paper towel. If you didn't hear me when it was torching because the torch kind of loud, what I'm saying is when you look for the orange flame when annealing your copper, and when it's orange then it is annealed. I mean the flame that is reflecting off the copper. Okay, dry enough. After this, you can adjust it a little bit again, just to make sure. Close the gaps better, and then you can start to. Then you can start to just kind of flatten it out, but you want to make sure that it's only around the gathered metal and not the whole thing, unless you want the whole thing to be flat, of course. But that's not the look that we're after. We want a puffy thing, but flat top. So make sure you don't hit your fingers. Okay, so now it's kind of fixed. Top is now flat. See? It's flat, but the rest is puffy. And you can adjust the skirt or whatever you're gonna make it to make it look better. Maybe like it's not as fluffy as you want it, so you can just use your round nose pliers to define the ruffle a little bit, like so. Just use like just softly bend it. There you go. The ruffles are now more defined, right? And you can file this end if you want it to look neater, like if maybe it's gonna be exposed, or something, but you still need to file it or saw it. Depends on how big of an excess that you have. And because like if you're gonna rivet it or something, this might show up from the back, or if you're going to like have something folded, then the taller part is going to, like, you will have like this gap thing, so it's not going to be flush. So like my thing that fell off and broke that I riveted, okay, let's see, you'll learn from our mistakes. See, like the hole is not in the middle, so that's not what you want. That's why it's like easily got out, because it's not riveted correctly. So you can see the hole that I drilled was not straight in the middle, but it's on top. So that's why you plan it better when you make things. So that's why I would suggest you to cut it straight. I mean, like the same height, not straight, but you know what I'm talking about. So let's try to hammer this one so you can see it twice. I like to push it together so when I hammer it, it's not spread out. So I want to make sure that it maintains the shape that I wanted it to be. Of course, if you want to rivet it, you probably want to flatten a good portion of it, so you know your drill hole can be in the middle and not over to the side like my old piece that was broken. So it's all like depends on your application. Okay, so now it's all flattened on the top, and let's see if we're going to adjust the look of the ruffle at the bottom a little. And this also helped like work harden it a little bit more because we have it annealed. Also, the more severe of a bend that you make, it's naturally going to kind of straighten it out a little bit, not as curved as it's initially be. So, ta-da! So now you can pickle it, or you know, solder it to something like this one. This one is not pickled, so these are all the fire patina. I mean, it can look cool too. It's kind of like a dirty angel. Or you can try for like a more uniform look, like my bracelet here, this was pickled, and then get a liver of silver bath, so it's all nicely colored. So what do you think? L asks, have you tried this technique in silver? Would silver be difficult to ruffle? I think if you want silver, probably need to be fine silver, because fine silver is just as soft as copper, being a pure metal. I don't remember if I bought, let's see. I think I wanted to make it in silver. I just never did. But let me see if I already bought the sheet. This one. Okay, I have 30 gauge of Argentium silver. Maybe we can try it now and see how it looks. Let's just cut a little bit of it. Okay, let's measure it first. Argentium silver is just like sterling silver, so it is harder than copper, but the advantage of Argentium silver, you can actually heat harden it, so the final result can be a lot harder than copper after you heat harden it. I tried it with my dandelion earrings. The silver one is made of Argentium silver, and it gets heat hardened pretty nicely. Okay, let's cut this. I only measured about 1.5 centimeters or 15 millimeters. Just want to try a little bit. Going to file the ends. Just want to gently make sure that it's flat. Just gonna round. So you can polish it after you ruffle it, but you will need like the 3M bristle brush to make sure that it is all you've got to the tight places like this. I don't know where my sandpaper went. Oh, it got blown off. Oh, here, I found it. I'm just gonna be bad and use the same sandpaper for everything, because I do mixed metal anyway, so I don't find it super important to differentiate my tools. But don't take my advice for it. You do what you do however you want it. If you want separate tools for copper and silver, that's up to you. Okay, let's try this little piece of silver. I'm pretty sure that it can be done. So, like always, I want to make sure the end is tucked in. Okay, so let's try. Yep, it can be done just the same. I don't particularly feel any much of a difference between. Maybe it's a little harder, but not too much. Now you can feel it's a little harder when you press it down. To tuck it like so. But other than that, like the process of twisting is about the same. This being small is a little slippery for my pliers. It keeps going blurry. Maybe because it's silver. It's like kind of confused. It's not too. It's not that big of a contrast with the against the bench block behind it. Okay, last part of it. Tuck it in. Okay, so now you have a cute little thing of silver. Silver ruffle. Silver Kharisma Ruffles. Let's turn off the light so you can see better. So that's the back side of it. It's all kind of the same. So what do you think of it? I'll say I like all your ruffled jewelry, by the way. It reminds me of Lolita clothing. Yeah, I think so too. It looks like a Lolita clothing. I actually love ruffles. I mean, if you can't tell that I make a lot of ruffles jewelry. But I actually grew up a tomboy because I hate it when people say, oh, you can't do that because you're a girl. So I decided, well, I'm gonna be both, you know. So, but, you know, I like ruffles still, so I secretly still like ruffles. And I actually love my high school uniforms because it has a puffed sleeves. And this is like both of them. Let's stack all of them together. It looks super cool actually. It's like the Lolita skirt. So there you have it. It's probably a little tricky to solder this all stacked, but you do it one by one, of course. But it's kind of fun, just like my angel on my neck. That's how I did it. I soldered the bottom one first, and then the top layer, and then the round beads, all the embellishment goes after. Okay, that's all about it, and tomorrow I'm gonna show you how to solder this to make a little piece of jewelry. So I don't know, maybe we'll make I'm not sure, it's a brooch or a necklace or maybe earrings for this tiny little thing. But let's see tomorrow what I am going to make with all of these ruffles that I made today. So I hope you got something from it, and you can put it you can use the method to on your jewelry. But if you do, please like tag me, or like, you know, use the name Kharisma Ruffles. And if anybody wants to try, you can point it to my video here. Well, I think that's it for today. It's a camera. This light is so blinding. Okay, so that's it for today, and tomorrow, like I said, we're going to try soldering these to make it into a piece of jewelry. And what else I'm gonna say? I think that's it. I kind of lost my train of thought suddenly. But yeah, I'll see you tomorrow to solder all of these ruffles, and hopefully you got something from today's video. And don't forget, the name is Kharisma Ruffles. Just kind of like want to tag my name to it, and hope to see you tomorrow on my soldering video. Bye! Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying the whole time with me. And I'm nearing the end of my live video, I hope. I mean, like, for this fulfilling the YouTube requirement. I'm at 77, or maybe it's 80. Is it 80 now? It's either like between high 70 to 80,000 views, and that means I only need less than 15,000 minutes. I mean minutes, not views. So maybe it's gonna be like in 3 to 4 or 5 days from now. So today is the 16th episode, so that's actually pretty good. It's gone way faster than I projected. So thank you guys for watching my videos, and thank you for supporting my channel, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Mwah. Oh, Catwoman said, no, don't stop. I mean, I'm not gonna stop. I'm going to keep the live at least once a week. So I haven't decided on the time yet. I mean, it's probably gonna be around the same time, but I haven't decided on the day of the week. So let me know in the comment if I do this once a week, going live once a week. Let me know what day would be the best for you to watch me live. So I'll see what you guys say, and I'll see if I can fit it in my schedule. Okay? Bye! Bye again! Don't forget to subscribe! Bye!